All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back for part 2 of the Ghost Love Score comment section. Now I know it's been a couple of days since part 1 came out, and that's just the nature of the beast at the moment, at this point in my life, but here we are, ready to continue, dig more into these comments. I'm really enjoying it with you guys. I hope you are as well. And so yeah, again, not going to talk too much in the beginning. If you want to support the channel further, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff helps out. There's a link in the description to the Patreon, plus super thanks are active on the channel, and if you don't know, super thanks are a way for you to support your favorite creator directly through YouTube. Basically, it's like dropping a tip for your favorite creator. So lots of different ways, but we're not going to talk too much longer. Let's dig in. So up next we have Randy Marple, says welcome. Welcome to the adventure. This is one of the best live concerts on video. Pyro, lighting, sound, videography, music, and band interaction with the audience were taken to a new level. The lead singer, Floor, pronounced like you what you are standing on, had only been with the band for 10 months. I think this band will become one of your favorites in a short while. Buckle up, it's a fun ride, and greetings from Maine, USA. Thank you, buddy. I love it. I love when you guys tell me where you're from. Boop. Appreciate the comment, Mr. Randy. Thank you. Also, I did see kind of somber news for the Nightwish Army. So it does look like a couple of different sites are reporting this, but from Louder Sound, in addition to Metal Sucks, have commented or I guess reported that Nightwish has confirmed they are retiring from touring for the foreseeable future. So maybe not a full retirement. Hopefully, you know, this is like your little, like, silver lining sort of thing. Retiring for the foreseeable future is basically like going on indefinite hiatus, so there's always a chance that they could come back. They do have apparently a new studio album set to arrive next year, and who knows where the band will be at that point and what their approach to touring will be. But I'm pretty hopeful, since I just discovered them, that I will also be able to get to see them live, and they won't just like, boop, now we're done, and I'll never get to go do that. So but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments too, because I can imagine, being a Nightwish fan, this could be kind of devastating news to hear. So my condolences to all of you. All right, moving right along. Next up, Lady Jane says, John, I came late to the game, 73-year-old male. All right. And I'm not a metal fan, but I love Nightwish and just about anything their composer Thomas does. The Life and Times of Scrooge is not metal, but very enjoyable, or anything sung by Floor. My favorite Nightwish song is whichever one I listened to last, and I haven't listened to all of them yet. I'm starting to see a pattern to what I like. It is when the band displays the technical skill of the musicians playing their instruments. Thomas shows off his ability at writing lyrics, which mesmerize and confuse, as well as his compositional skills of musically manipulating your emotions, and then the amazing vocal skills displayed by Floor Jansen. That being said, one song I find myself listening to frequently is Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean, live in Buenos Aires. That song pushes all my joy receptors. Oh, I like that phrase. All my joy receptors. Not the only song, but that one definitely does. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate the comment and the insight. I love when you guys tell me a little bit about yourself, too. Helps me feel like we're connecting a little bit, so boop. Appreciate the comment. Next up, we have Yaska U2 drops some emojis and says, this group is tight AF on stage, day by day, month after month, from year to year, making music on YouTube. YouTube? Is that what you meant? This gemstony awesomeness. Oh, gemstony. There's an adjective. Awesomeness of live performances is kind of mandatory to check out and react to. Nice reaction, man. And keep on rocking with this magical band. Cheers from Finland. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support, guys. And we're definitely gonna keep digging into Nightwish. Don't worry. I got more stuff planned already, like this week. So keep an eye out. Next up, Ascension Energetics Says, indeed, music appears from silence. Boop. Sound in general. Yeah. You right, though. Jorg Kuij says, awesome reaction. And of course, you would do it better at the next Wacken concert. Boop. Appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you. 124 Spider drops some rock on Nightwish. Boop. Appreciate it. Next up, we have Kent K. Says, Nightwish Army, Texas Division, reporting for duty. God, I love it. It's just my favorite thing. Welcome to the wonderful world of Floor Jansen and Nightwish. This is a journey worth taking. If you're into transitions, you'll dig many of Tomas's compositions, and congratulations on the family news. Enjoy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys are so wholesome. It's awesome. It's really good for me. Thank you. Next up, Craig Bolton says, you like Silent Spaces? I guess if you like Silent Spaces, Song of Myself. A little bit too loud. You picking up some of the stuff coming up from the outside? Song of Myself at Wacken will make your head explode. Song of Myself. Hell yeah. Jazeo Lore chimes in. Boop. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff for me to dig into in this band, so that there's going to be no shortages of reactions. The only thing that's going to be limiting my reactions to this amazing band is going to be the amount of free time that I have to dedicate towards shooting and uploading and all that stuff. So, next up, Lily White says, this is one hell of a rabbit hole you fell down. Loved your Islander reaction. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. This, again, isn't exactly a typical song from them, but then again, they might not have a typical song, now that I think about it. Boop. Well, we'll find out. I really love, like, the symphonic metal genre idea. It's really cool. Hideous, next up, says, I pause a lot. Quoting me, I guess. No thanks. Oh. Well, that's okay. Boop. I guess I gave you a thumbs down because I was feeling petty when that comment came in. But you're welcome. It's fine. If I'm not your thing, then I'm not your thing. I get it. Next up, Mike Langley says, dude, go down the rabbit hole with Nightwish. You will be amazed. Boop. I'm already amazed, so I'm looking for more amazements to have. You know what I mean? Next up, Robert Sheeler says, fantastic reaction. Stick to Gabriel's list, I promise. No two songs will sound alike, and they will keep getting better and better. Man, listen. Boop. I'm excited. Next up, Eric Sari says, welcome to Nightwish. All I can say is it gets even better. Subscribe for more reactions. I'm sure Gabriel posted a list on your first reaction, so I'll just wait and see what you react to next. Boop. Appreciate it, buddy. Keep an eye out. Like I said, this week, probably at least one more for the Nightwish Army for you guys, so keep an eye out. Next up, Morbius Lenoir says, originally Floor was sent by All-Father Odin to Midgar to gather the souls of the fallen warriors to Valhalla. Is this real? Is this like real lore, or is this like fan stuff? Either way, it's cool. I'm here for it. They go on to say, but she got distracted and joined a series of bands, as one does. However, Floor still gathers souls by her grace, beauty, and sheer power of her vocals. We give thanks for her at our blots regularly, and hope that Odin won't notice that she has never returned to Asgard. Well, time flows differently on Asgard anyway, so maybe she's only been gone for like 2 or 3 minutes back on Asgard, so he hasn't noticed yet. All hail the Valkyrie goddess. The Nightwish Army is incoming. You are not ready. Nightwish Army, Central Florida Black Company, reporting for duty. God, I love it. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. Next up, Jay Will says, congratulations on the addition to the family. Well, thank you, buddy. It's been a lot of fun. Really chaotic, hectic, and a lot of work, but definitely a ton of fun. So he goes on to say, looking forward to watching your journey and interpretations on one of the greatest bands of all time. Cheers from Vancouver Island. Man, you guys listen. I'm like, I don't know. I tell everybody that, like, I love when you tell me where you're from, but, like, so consistently, more than any of the other, like, comments videos that I've done, you guys, like, and I only told you the one time, but you're like, yeah, boop. That's what I appreciate about you. Next up, Clive Matthews says, congratulations on daughter number 2. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Floor Jansen, the singer, is currently touring with Nightwish while expecting her second child. Yes, you guys had mentioned. Very impressive. Guessing 4 to 5 months. But all that activity is really good for you, even when you're pregnant. So, yeah, I'm sure she'll take some time once the baby gets here, but maybe that's part of the reason too why they've announced the touring hiatus. I don't know. I'm gonna refer to it as a hiatus, not retiring. I don't like the word retiring because that means not coming back. Hiatus means it's up in the air, so we're gonna go with that. She still headbangs and hits the notes. Her husband is the drummer with Sabaton, which I have no idea who Sabaton is, so we're gonna have to check them out at some point. If you guys have any suggestions for them of things that the Sabaton tracks to check out, definitely drop them in the comments. Another band we're checking out, she also just released her first album and is recovering from breast cancer operation, so lots happening. Goodness. Well, speedy recovery and, continued decades of health. Next up, Randy Burrell says, floorgasm. Boop. No arguments. Dan07 says, based on your conversation about space, I think you should jump to Shudder before the beautiful. I am sure the lyrics will hit you. Boop. Great suggestion. Thank you, buddy. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but all of these suggestions help to sort of prime the psychology when I go to actually sit down to do the next reaction. So I appreciate it. Dan07 also says, not to distract you from the rabbit hole that is Nightwish, but your love for transitions between time signatures point me to Rush. It's not the first time I've had this thought, because I don't know. Oh, well, let me finish the comment, okay? May already know them, but never know. Tom Sawyer is the typical starting point. Congrats on the new edition. Thank you, buddy. Children are such an amazing time. They sure are. They sure are. But to your point about Rush, the only thing I know about Rush is Tom Sawyer, and I know that because of Rock Band. And I really enjoyed the song on Rock Band, but it wasn't really in my wheelhouse in terms of like what I was listening to at the time, because it wasn't Tool. And I may have mentioned there was like an 8-year period of my life where literally the only thing I listened to was Tool. But thank you for the comment. Boop. So I'm thinking about like digging into more of the classic rock stuff too, because I don't know, like I've listened to a little bit of Led Zeppelin, but not all that much. Virtually no Tool. I know like Yes is kind of a classic rock giant. Things like AC/DC and Van Halen. So there's basically just like this massive conglomeration of like awesome classic rock that I just I've never listened to. So thinking about going to dig into some of that stuff, in the near future. Right now we're focused on Nightwish and some of the projects that we got going on for the channel. Next up, Ekpvth says, your comments about the use of silence is key to the composition of the music of Nightwish. Made me think of these Nightwish lyrics from the Shudder Before the Beautiful 2015. So the very core of life is soaring higher of truth and light. The very core of life is soaring higher of truth and light. The music of this all deep silence between the notes deafens me with endless love. This vagrant island earth, a pilgrim, shining bright. We are shuddering before the beautiful, before the plentiful. We're the voyagers. Tomas on keyboards is the composer and the lyricist. I really like these lines right here. Deep silence between the notes deafens me with endless love. This captures, I think, the sense of like when used appropriately, silence can be the loudest instrument in a band. And it serves to deepen the appreciation, at least for me. So I appreciate the comment. Boop. Thank you, buddy. Next up, Mark Holloman says, love your reactions, man. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So genuine. It's great to see people get excited about live music. Look, man, I'm just here. That's it. I'm just, I'm here. Boop. Thank you. I love the, the really technical language. Yeah, I went to school for that. Boop. $80,000 in debt to learn how to go. Yeah, that's technical. It's why you don't know what I'm saying. Jose Davis up next says, hey bro, it's good to see a reaction from someone who really feels the music. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Empu is one of the best guitar players ever, but he plays just what the song needs. You're at the beginning of an amazing journey. Thanks. Greetings from Argentina. Oh, thank you, buddy. I love when you tell me where you're from. And this whole idea that, like, plays just what the song needs, like, this is really what it's about, right? It's really what it's about. So thank you for the comment. Next up, Martin Quax says, hey, John House. I love to see your reaction videos of Nightwish. For me, they are the best band in the world. I also have another recommendation for you. If you like surprises, then try this masterpiece of our Dutch genius, Ardian Anthony Lucassen, with 11 awesome singers. Interesting. I won't spoil who they are, but I think you will recognize some of them. Well, we'll see. Ariam, the day that the world breaks down, and then we drop a link to it. It says you'll be blown away by all the talented musicians and singers. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Hope to see your reaction to this masterpiece soon, and for now, greetings, stay safe, and lots of love from the Netherlands, Martin. Well, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Boop. Appreciate the link, too. So if I have some free time this week, maybe we'll take a look at that one. Next up, Anthony Ferguson says, if you dig the Celtic sound, listen to Last of the Wilds. It's a Celtic folk rock instrumental. Boop. And then Patrick Van Jack Dick says, I concur. Boop. Sure. I mean, I'm down. Next up, I guess that's Herbie? Javier? Palpo Laktak says, Nightwish Army, Manila appreciates. Boop. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. And again, says Everdream next. Boop. Appreciate the suggestion. Kind sir. Up next, Skis Smith says, Skis Smith. Excellent commentary about my all-time favorite singer and band. Boop. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That's high praise. Richard Hall says, hi from the UK. Great Britain division of the Nightwish Army. Welcome to your first Floorgasm. Something you might like to check out. Marco, the bass guitarist, covering Pink Floyd's High Hopes. Not really a cover, it's a tribute. Nightwish High Hopes. Boop. Yeah, man. Like, I'm down. It's just, like, am I going to remember? Probably not. So, you have to, like, keep reinforcing these things in these comments, so. Welcome to Nightwish, Jamie Burrings says. The rabbit hole is deep. Enjoy. Well, thank you, buddy. Dick Stoffels says, go play with your toys. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's what we do here. Good job. Seaton F says, John, you're killing me. You made so many comments I wanted to respond to, but I can't remember them all. You mentioned that Floor's voice was angelic. If you want to hear her demonic side, check out Yours is an Empty Hope from the Wembley 2015 concert. You mentioned you like Celtic vibes, so check out 3 songs, Elven, Jig, and Elven Path. And I Want My Tears Back. I believe you can catch all 3 in the Buenos Aires 2018 concert. Oh, good to know. You mentioned that each member of the band plays what the song calls for. This is very true. Each one does no more and no less than what is needed. Of course, I don't know how they act in private or backstage, etc. But any interviews or videos I've seen of them, they come across as very genuine, humble, down-to-earth people. I've never seen them doing or saying anything that gives off celebrity vibes. They're just regular people who are amazingly good musicians, singers, songwriters. Those are the responses I can remember, but I'm sure I forgot a couple. Boop. Not a problem, buddy. I definitely appreciate the comment. And we're going to be taking a look at more Nightwish, so you have more opportunities. All right. Next up, Silverback says, you got a glimpse of the goddess in The Islander. Now you see her where she belongs, front and center. Absolutely owning the stage. No arguments, for sure. Appreciate the comment, buddy. Boop. Thank you. Next up, Birgit Brackle says, nice reaction. Thank you. Appreciate it. Boop. Thanks for watching. Next up, Tone R says, a lot of newish channels using Nightwish to hit the road, I guess. Not sure what you mean by that, and that's why I asked, what do you mean? Next up, Mrs. God 67 says, great reaction. There's so much still to discover when it comes to Nightwish, but also when it comes to Floor. A nice suggestion is Disdain live at Grasspop, her band that she started before she joined Nightwish. She's awesome there. And then there's still After Forever and a lot of solo material. Boop. So no shortage of awesome music to dig into. So it's one of my favorite things about this channel is that there's always like new awesome music to go check out. So it's, you know, it's a lot of fun. Moon Critter up next says, this was Floor Janssen's first live performance after joining the band. 80,000 people in attendance at Wacken. They were the headlining act. I think I knew that. She killed it. The pressure of performing while knowing that it was all being recorded for a DVD is a massive responsibility. No arguments, for sure. How many vocalists could pull that off? Only a handful, man. Only a handful. Floor is a legend now, and she is a master vocal prowess. You are seeing a professional at work here. She is a rock star born to sing. Boop. No arguments. Moon Critter up next says, as a guitarist, I thank you for noting that shred is not the only way to play guitar. Boop. You're welcome. Actually, because I play guitar as well, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to shred. And if I don't know if you can hear what's going on in the background, but this is my music that I wrote, and it's not shreddy, but it's still groovy. I like it. Anyway. Moon Critter, also up next, says Marco, the bass player and founder of this great band, quit because the record company was cheating them. 25 years of great performances, and now he is doing cover songs in a nowhere band. I told him to die on this hill. He will never do better than Nightwish no matter what. If you could leave him a similar message, it would help to save this band. They sound empty without his vocal and presence. I told him that he created the need, now fulfill it. He wanted to be a rock star, and now he runs from it? What a puss. Get out there and kick ass with your family. Thank you. I guess. This is his creation, and he must fulfill his obligations. Nightwish must survive. They are too good to fall away just because Marco wants to play Journey covers for peanuts. Please leave him a message on his site. Get back to work or be a quitter. Boop. Some strong feelings there about Marco's departure from the band, from Mr. Moon Critter. Can't say I blame you, especially with the recent news that, you know, Nightwish will be, abstaining from touring. And once again, Mr. Moon Critter says, if you watch this entire concert, you will understand why Marco cannot quit this band. His vocals are the Nightwish sound. It would be like Paul Stanley quitting Kiss. The band will dissolve without him. Boop. Look, you might be right. You might be right. Andrew Ratnoff says, I like your comments on how silence can be conveyed to show restraint and emotion. The first time I heard the Nightwish song, The Greatest Show on Earth, I recognized the silent parts in the first few moments, and it makes the whole song so strong, and how it concludes. Boop. Yeah, man. I mean, contrast is the first rule of art, right? And so silence is what contrasts with noise. So, pro tip, if you're writing music, don't be afraid to use silence as its own instrument. Rihanna Vermeulen says, Nightwish is amazing. Loved your reaction. More Nightwish. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Thanks for watching. More Nightwish coming soon. Says, sorry in Spanish. I'm not going to attempt to read Spanish. Oh, wait. Okay. He says, I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires. It's been 1 year since I got hooked on the band, and for me, it's the best I've ever heard. They transmit feelings throughout their repertoire. For my taste in the last CD, they showed more of what people can appreciate, and it's wonderful. Seeing your reaction with so much emotion, did not hesitate to subscribe. Well, thank you. Thank you. And thanks for enabling subtitles. It's important for me to understand what you're saying. I get that. I do try to make sure subtitles are always enabled. Next up, Greg Fancher says, new sub. Thank you, buddy. I can't wait to join you on this journey. Congrats on the recent addition. Boop. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate the support. Todd Proctor up next says, huge Nightwish fan. Saw them live in Minneapolis last year. Amazing concert. Boop. Glad you got the opportunity. Doesn't look like I will be getting that opportunity, unfortunately. Well, we'll see. Rick F up next says, yes, Periphery. I just discovered them. Amazing. Good reaction here by you. I think you'll like a variety of Nightwish's music. I think you're probably right. And yeah, Periphery's the shit. Yeah. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Thank you, buddy. Marcel Will up next says, great reaction. Thanks. You should also listen and react to Floor Janssen's together with Hank Port singing The Phantom of the Opera, the program called Beast Zangers 2019. It's absolutely amazing. Best cover duet. Greetings from Holland. Boop. Well, appreciate the comment. And yeah, that sounds interesting. Gatis up next says, there is no silence for Tomas. He is a music himself. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Up next, Jason Marshall says, wonderful reaction, sir. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Love the way you react. Also great having an experienced musician picking apart what you hear. Thank you. I wouldn't consider myself an experienced musician, but thank you. I appreciate that. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Up next, Tom Pickles says, hey John, Nightwish fan here, all the way from Northeast UK. Subbed and ready to go on your journey of epic music. Oh, that's awesome. Hope you enjoy them as much as I do. You don't have to follow any lists because every song is special. Loved your reaction. Boop. Appreciate the support, buddy. Thanks for the comment. Up next, Ana Freitas says, hey, just want to leave a shout out for the first reaction in more than 40 I've seen so far of this exact YouTube video to say Celtic folk instead of Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, you know, that's why you subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. To which I responded, thank you. Pirates of the Caribbean never even occurred to me. It just didn't. You know. And finally, closing things out, Sean Groth says, Nightwish Army continues the invasion. Boop. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the comment. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We got to the end. All whatever 100+ comments on this video. So let me know what you think of videos like this. And yeah, definitely keep an eye out for more Nightwish coming soon to the channel this week for sure. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me from this one. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Okay, bye.